Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, back, and we're doing a best of one Crimson Bow draft. Well, look at here, we opened one of the broken rares and mythics, one of the many broken rares and mythics in this set. Yep, Caretaker. Played against it a couple times, counterspelled it once, that felt pretty good in the last draft, because this card is ridiculous. Remember when everyone was like, oh man, Ward was, what a perfect upgrade to Hexproof. Thank goodness we don't have to print Hexproof anymore. And then Wizards is like, what if we just printed Hexproof again, you know? What could go wrong? How do we make the player base as miserable as they possibly can be? Well, let's just print Hexproof again. Sounds good. What else is in this pack? We've got Blood Tithe Harvester, which is excellent for the Vampire Blood Token deck. You even get to... Why do you get to make a blood token off of this card, too? This card is so good. 2 mana, make a blood token, and you get to just use it as tap, kill card. I mean, that is so good. Follow-up pick. Well, unfortunately, all we have is a Dawnheart Disciple as a follow-up in green. I mean, I definitely want to play the Caretaker. Best card in here, I don't know, probably Twin Blade Geist. Maybe Undead Butler, so I can get the Caretaker back once it immediately dies. Actually, how do you even deal with it other than counterspelling it? It's got Hexproof. You can't even deal with this card. It's so good. Do we just take the Disciple? Because we want to play Caretaker? It's pretty early to take Disciple. This pack is very unexciting, though. I mean, Twin Blade Geist feels like it could be a safe pick, and then what? We do like green, white. I mean, if I give up a Dawnheart Disciple, it doesn't really matter, does it? It's a 2-drop. I'll take it. Whatever. I want to play the Caretaker. Laid to Rest. Well, we could play an all-human deck if we can wheel that. That would allow me to maybe take this Sawblade Singer, but there's a Bleed Dry in here, so I probably want to take that. All right, let's take the Bleed Dry. Get the removal over Singer and Laid to Rest. I'm all right with it. Recluse, good with the tokens, but probably want a green card here. Probably a Spore Crawler. 3-drop, draws a card. Flourishing Hunter's big, but we've already got our big thing, so probably don't need that. I do like the Recluse. We don't have any... It's also a human, so I guess it works with Disciple. Whatever, we'll take the Spore Crawler. 3-drop, 3-2, draws cards when it dies. That's some nice upside. Good value. Could take Rural Recruit. We can take Dawnheart Disciple. Both are pretty good. I like the 2 bodies in one aspect of the Recruit. Canopy, more of a sideboard card, and Estate Blood Tokens are good for certain effects, and it's just a free card for the deck, but I think I'd rather have one of these green cards, and we'll probably... I could take the Gift of Fangs as removal. That is something I could do. We're not 100% black yet, though. We just happen to have a super premium removal spell in there. I'm going to take the Recruit. I like this card, and I think in certain board states it actually can take the game over, which is good for your commons to be able to do. So we can take the Gluttonous Guest. It can dig for our Caretaker. Otherwise, Retribution for the Vampire deck. There's Reckless Impulse. We got some blue stuff. Gluttonous Guest is a fine card. If you don't get other blood token generators, it's not that exciting. It can block. We'll take it. It's a way to dig towards our Caretaker, I suppose. And the fact that we already have a Bleed Dry, I guess, makes it slightly more appealing. So we can take Massive Might. I don't love it, but when you don't have much removal, kind of makes sense. Good combat trick. Otherwise, Aim for the Head, which I feel like is more of a sideboard card. But we'll take the Massive Might. Canopy, definitely more of a sideboard card. No black spells here we're interested in. Could take Scattered Thoughts. Guess I'll do that. Get the card draw in case we end up blue-green. Mulch, fine stuff. Phalanx, don't really want. Could take another Massive Might. Maybe we diversify and take the Witch's Web. As long as we're cutting green, I'm okay. All right, so everything just hung, and then I missed a bunch of picks. I don't know how it happened, but it's exactly what happened. So just one of those things that's frustrating. Somehow we magically picked up, we missed like 6 picks or something crazy like that. So let's just get back into it. I'll try not to get too angry about it, although it is frustrating when that happens. It's actually, I can't even recall the last time that did happen, but looks like they picked at least a couple things we wanted. So, Infestation to self-mill, probably not. Could just take the Dissenter, buy some time. Maybe we actually want the Death Toucher. Might actually like Dissenter more. 2 bodies in 1 might be better than Death Touch. I can't actually decide there, but we'll take the Dissenter. Fell Stinger's a fantastic card. You get to draw some cards off of it, which is nice. So we'll take that over Mariner. Yeah. Nothing on color here, so really don't need any of it. Not a single thing here I need. Unless I'm splashing Bloody Betrayal for Exploit, which we have 1 of. Whatever, I'll take it. I don't care about anything else in here. Wedding Security can be good. We have how many blood token makers? 2, 3. We actually have enough where I'm thinking we give it a try. We could find some more as well. All right, so Wolf versus Millipede. Probably Wolf, I think. I don't really have a lot of need for the Millipede, and anything that makes it so I can mill my Caretaker I'm not in love with. Infestation Expert is good. Otherwise, we could take another Guest. I like the Infestation Expert. Guest is going to be maybe better with the Security. But make a bunch of tokens is nice. It's also good for Exploit. I'll take the Expert here. Undying Malice. It's good. 1 mana, save your creature from dying. Not bad. Got a good human count for these Dawnheart Disciples, but that's cool. Guess we'll take this invitation now. Oh, I got the Scorpion back. Take it. Specimen could be good. All right, last pack. We've got Courier Bat. Life gain wise, we don't have much, do we? Guest. I think that's it. Could do Nature's Embrace to ramp. It's not really that great of a ramp, though. Probably just take the statue if I'm going to ramp. Statue's way better. Turns into a big, huge thing eventually. Yeah, I like that. Let's take the statue. Makes sense here. So, Child of the Pack to splash. Probably not. We've got enough goodies in here. I could take the Mariner, though. I like Mariner. Pretty efficient beater. Oh, another Bleed Dry is nice. We'll take that. So we already have a deck. We have 17 creatures, so things we probably don't need. I don't know yet. We'll see. I'm going to take the Bleed Dry for now, though. We'll figure it out at the end, what we don't need. All right. Well, I like Desperate Farmer. It's played well for me. Makes combat decisions a little more tricky for the opponent sometimes. It's also a human for Dawnheart Disciple, which is nice. So could take another Dawnheart Disciple. I mean, they're kind of good in multiples, and we do have a good human count, up to 9. I mean, they're going to be pretty good. But Evolving Wilds is like free fixing, so I feel like I'm going to take this. Because we have some double color stuff in here, so. Could take another Snarling Wolf. Don't need the whatever, we'll take it. Sawblade Singer is pretty good, or we could take Massive Might. I like the Singer, we'll take it. It's another 4-drop, but we'll figure it out. Ripsaw is cool. Yeah, it can win the game too. All right. We'll see if that can make the cut. Good with Death Touch as well. Millipede, don't really need it. Don't need Nature's Embrace. I guess I'll take this. Don't really need that either. Blood Token Maker, I guess. I don't think we really need the Specimen. Probably don't need the Web either. I don't know if the Specimen's even going to make the deck. We'll see. Like, Snarling Wolves might just be better for the deck than the Persistent Specimens. But who knows? Maybe we don't need either one. Like, we do have some Exploit, but one Exploit spell doesn't really justify running Persistent Specimens in my mind. So we want 17 lands. We've got a good amount of 4-drops. I don't know if we're going to run all these 4-drops. 21 creatures. Well, what happens if we dump, like, these dudes? That leaves us 17. The only reason I wanted to keep the Socialite is because it makes a blood token for wedding security, but maybe wedding security is not going to get there either. Because we basically have Gluttonous, Guest, Socialite, and Pointed Discussion, so 3 ways. Honestly, all 3 of those might not be interesting enough. I mean, if you get 1 card off security, you're feeling pretty good, but gets bigger and you draw a card. It's good value. Let's say I cut these 3, but then I have no way to make blood tokens, so that's just a 4/4. Then we probably don't need the wedding security. So we could cut that and could run a wolf. I think the wolf is okay. 3/3 body early or in the mid to late is not bad. Gives us something to do early. Removal wise, we have Gift of Fangs, Massive Might. Malice really isn't removal, but it can be good against removal. Witch's Web stops flyers and can be a good combat trick. Double Bleed Dry, not bad. Okay, well, this might be it. Or maybe we actually want this Point of Discussion, get some card draw. That could make sense too. And then because I think Point of Discussion's playable, not amazing. Maybe we can cut a Witch's Web. Probably don't need 2 of them, do we? Why am I running Undying Malice? We really don't have much need for Undying Malice in here other than just randomly sometimes saving some dudes. It's not bad to have. Maybe it's okay for diversity's sake to run over 1 Witch's Web. All right, well, I guess this is it. A little bit 4-drop heavy, but we'll see what we can do with it. We'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1. We'll keep this. 4 mana, we can do Fell Stinger. That's kind of cool. Kind of want to wait till 4 mana to get the full value of Fell Stinger, but see if we get that luxury. There we go. So I guess I do. Let's just do Wolf plus Stinger here, I think. Lost connection again, huh? All right, well, the first game I got disconnected from apparently didn't actually exist because I had to wait an hour and then I restarted and I didn't have a loss. So we're going to try game 1 again with a different opponent here. And this is a keep. Well, good looking turn progression here. Dissenter into Crawler into Recruit. I like it. Oh. Wolf's actually pretty good here. So I could leave it back to double block, but I'll just attack. I think I'm gonna kill that little feller. Oh. So I can still Witch's Web, but can also just bleed dry, or I can play Rural Recruit. We're gonna take 8 damage though next turn. It's a lot. Let's just bleed dry the Lumberknot. They're tapped out, and they won't be if I try to do the Witch's Web shenanigans, so let's just get rid of that thing. There's a lot of blood tokens. Blood Petal Celebrant, alright. Well, I guess I can blow up an artifact. That's not bad. Let's get in there. All right. All right. And then we'll just do Recruit. Leave up Witch's Web here. So I think we'll just do some damage prevention here. Get a bigger creature anyway. I want to use the Witch's Web to kill them, so it makes more sense to do it this way. Well, they have Flame Blessed Bolt mana up, but I'm not going to play around it. I guess I can... Yeah, actually. Let's just kill the Weaver. Alright, now they're tapped out, so it's irrelevant. Even if they did have Flame Blessed Bolt, we would have had enough attackers, and we still do, so... Alright, we'll see you for the next one. Alright, game 2, great looking hand. Scorpion into Spore Crawler, possibly into the Bleed Drive. Got the Witch's Web combat trick. Yeah, it's all looking pretty good. Oh, whatever. I'll trade it. I guess I wouldn't even have to. I could have massive mighted it, but this'll do. Alright. Doing the Abrade on the Spore Crawler. We get a card draw out of it, which is nice. Not a bad card draw either, especially given that draw. Could pass the turn and make our Mariner bigger. I kind of like that. Leaves up Bleed Dry, and I think I'm going to do it, actually. The fact that it can't get blocked easily is big. They could have Bleed Dry, but we'll force them to have it. Snarling Wolf would have actually been fine there, but I don't want a Witch's Web either. I'd rather push the damage. Alright, that's good. So we'll kill that little feller and just get in for 1 billion. I guess I don't even need to Bleed Dry it, but it just makes such good use of mana. Let's see, actually. 6, 7, 9, 12. Oh man, we're 1 short. That's alright. I'll kill it. Well, I don't want to play 2 spells in 1 turn. Let's get in for 7. I think we'll play the Snarling Wolf instead of the Ripsaw, because I can do the Ripsaw and equip in 1 turn. And I would definitely, I mean, my Raider is straight up lethal right now, so they need to do something about that, whether it's play 2 spells or whatever. And the fact that we have Massive Might with Witch's Web is a big deal, because Trample +5/+5 is definitely looking pretty lethal here too. And we even have the mana to do this plus this and this, I think. Yeah, we have exactly enough to pump Wolf plus Web and Might it, so we've got some pretty mighty threats. And even doing it on Scorpion, giving it trample, death touch, +5/+5 is also insane. So they got a lot of damage coming their way. They kind of need to play 2 spells here. Yeah, I think they realize that too. So they're going to flip our Raider back, but I'm pretty sure we have lethal. They exiled creature, so whenever someone plays a creature... Alright. Dude flips back. I don't think it matters, though. I think we just get in with everything, and they are almost assuredly dead. All right, let's think about this. So they're blocking 3 of this, which means they take 1 +3 +3, 6. So just double pumping the Mariner should do it. All right. See you for the next one. This is a good hand. Disciple into Farmer, and then possibly Bleed Dry, Malice for some pretty good synergy too with the Farmer. Meaning something dies, flips him, comes back. Yeah. Sure. Good draw there. All right. Ooh, that was a good draw. All right. Let's get in for 4. I'm going to do the Shaman and leave up... it's weird that they want to do it like that. I'd rather leave up Undying Malice. So Hiveheart Shaman can make 3/3s. That's pretty good. Desperate Farmer can gain us life, so leaving up Undying Malice seems smart. And if it transforms while it has a counter on it, it still keeps the counter. So it'd be a 5/4 lifelinker, which is pretty slick. All right. Wandering Mind. Well, they're tapped out. That's cool. Let's see what they get. That's a good one. Alright. So, untap. Web's good too. Let's get in there. We didn't put one in there, so whatever. Hiveheart Shaman. Can't get something there. No biggie. That's fine. We'll do the Massive Might for now. Could do the web too, but I'm not going to. Just gonna gain a bunch of life and leave it alone for now. Alright, they're getting Repository Scab. I imagine they'll sack the Wanderlight Spirit to get back a Braid. Chill. Well, that's going to make things a little trickier for him. I'm going to force it to cast him on their turn. So they have to chill now or they can't cast it because it's their only zombie. Which also means they'll be tapped out. They didn't cast it, which kind of makes me think they screwed up, didn't realize, or something along those lines, but this is good for us. So I think I'll web the Shaman. Well, yeah, I'll web the Shaman here. Alright, so they had a bounce. So we are tapped out, which means we can't protect with Undying Malice now. Can also start making 3/3s, which is pretty strong. And I would say the fact that they cast Scattered Thoughts is a good sign for us, because they're in a pretty emergent board state situation here. Well, Blood Petal Celebrant is something they could have cast, so So they can tap plus chump something. I guess that's a thing. So now we just make this so we flip our Mariner. They're 4 permanents away from having exactly 13. All right. So it looks like they're dead. Yeah. So they only have 2 blockers. Oh, wait. That's right. Okay. Well, I guess we're still in pretty good shape here. Could play 2 creatures. But I've got so much lethal right now, I think I'm just going to make another one of these. I mean, I have 4 lethal creatures right now, so that's pretty good. I guess they only need 3. They only need 3 more permanents, and they could have exactly 13 to sack at the end of the turn. So land plus. Well, 10, 11. So land plus 2 more permanents, because they're going to make the human too. It still wouldn't be lethal if they dealt 7 to us or whatever. So that's good. All right. We got there. We'll see you for the next one. All right. We have keep here. Actually, Undying Malice is pretty awesome with Recruit. I'm surprised I didn't see that before. But this little feller's going to die. Malice him, comes back as a 2/2 and makes another boar. That's pretty good for 1 mana. I was worried I timed out again, but apparently I'm in here, so let's keep it going. That's the worrisome part about when your CPU is overheating. If your opponent waits an extended period of time, you have no idea if it's your computer or if they're just waiting. I mean, I'm supposed to be able to like highlight this, I thought, and like it's supposed to show like a timer going down, but I don't see it. All right. Let's get the Scorpion into the Farmer, into the Recruit. Got a good turn progression. I like that. Ooh, Cemetery Gatekeeper. Well, that's pretty good. Let's go, let's still go Farmer, I think. Although, yeah, Undying Malice is actually really good with kind of like all of these dudes. But what makes the most sense? Spore Crawler or Farmer? Probably Farmer. I'm not 100%. I mean, Spore Crawler, we'd rather them use a removal spell on. That's true. Yeah. Either way, I'm playing Recruit next turn. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Fearful Villager. Sure thing. No attacks. I like that. Let's get the Recruit down. And then we'll pass. Pretty nice turn progression there. All right, so they have the first striker. Guess we just go Evolving Wilds, Spore Crawler, and leave up the Undying Malice. Unfortunately, that Cemetery Gatekeeper is kind of doing its job right now. Keeping us back pretty well. Well, that was a good draw. So... They have 4 cards in hand, but... yeah, I'm going to do it like this. So they'll probably do the Gatekeeper. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Okay. So... I'm kind of okay doing the Massive Might on the Scorpion here. And then the Undying Malice on the Recruit. So Farmer, we draw a card, we get another 3/1, get a 4/3, that comes back, and we draw a card. Well, that was pretty good. Especially since the Recruit can now attack as a 3-power creature as well. I mean, granted, my opponent has many more cards in hand than I do, but... it's alright. Jeez, it's a lot of Fearful Villagers. Alright, well, I'll tell you what, we're attacking with everything. We're shipping our dudes. Sure. I don't think their blocks here are amazing. I'm surprised they're blocking like that. Really? I guess they were worried about something. Otherwise, I probably would have blocked, double blocked the Harvester. But they were playing around something that we didn't have, so I guess that worked out for us. Uh-oh. That's pretty big. All right, we untap and draw a Snarling Wolf. Hey, that's better than a land, so we'll take it and pass. So I think if they attack, the double block is probably Harvester and Snarling Wolf. Well, with that attack, probably just block like that, I guess. I mean, I could have double blocked, but now I feel like I could swing a little bit better. Well, maybe not. We'll see. All right, ran out of gas, so now we're in full-fledged sit back and hope we top deck well mode, which is not a good mode to be in. Alex Stephenson's least favorite mode. It's my lowest stat. My lowest stat is top deck. Top deck wins. It's a poor stat of mine. We do have the bomb Avabrook thinger, but we're going to have to get it in order for this to work out. All right. Unfortunately for us, they had another good piece of gas. And that is going to be GG's. All right. See you for the next one. All right. We'll keep this. We're on the draw. Pretty good looking hand. We need some lands, but I'll take a couple 2-drops in the meantime. All right, so we can do the Infestation Expert, but it might make the most sense to just bleed dry the Puppeteer, and then Massive Might block the Visionary. A little dangerous, but I'm gonna do it. We need to hit a land here, so I think I'm gonna drop the Disciple because Scorpion can block. Hit the land, that's good. If we can get this Caretaker online, I can feel pretty good. Even a land being able to go like Scorpion kill spells, pretty slick. Let's see. Well, let's do the Expert. So we'll attack with this because we get another blocker anyway. All right. We won with the cheap, dirty card. We'll take it. We'll see you for the next one. Well, the sand's a little bit slow, but we're going to keep it. Playing a lot of aggro decks here. Uh-oh. All right, well, they're full-fledged curving out here. I mean, I can Dissenter and Massive Might. I lose the Dissenter, but I get rid of the Assistant, save a little bit of damage. Because they could have removal here, too. I'm going to go like this. This is, to me, a little bit... Plays around removal a little bit better in my mind. Prevents a little bit of damage. If I play a Farmer and they just kill it right away, it doesn't do me much good. If they like play a Flame Blast Bolt here, then at least I can Massive Might. Well, I can play the Farmer and leave up Massive Might. I think I'll do that. Because I need the lifelink. Jeez. Kind of had exactly what they needed this game. It's making it tough. So I got to keep the Dissenter back. And then I guess bleed dry the Drake. Should probably play around counters too, I suppose. Jeez, they have another removal spell? I don't think we were meant to win this one if that's the case. Now I'm just curious. Let's do the Mariner. I mean, you certainly don't attack with the assistant if you don't have the answer for the Depraved Harvester, so that is a little bit weird. Are they actually out of gas? No way. Are you kidding me? Oh, okay. Just, you know, the greatest card in the game, and then, you know, they have Xaxes on backswing. Got it. Okay. All right. That makes sense. We'll see you for the next one. You know, outside of probably the worst rare set design I think I've maybe ever seen. Maybe. I don't want to say it's ever seen. There's got to be a set that's got a worse design of rares than this one. Somewhere. There has to be. There's been so many sets of Magic. But outside of that, I actually really like this set. I think a lot of the things came together nicely, oddly enough. I don't like taking this, but considering I have no mana in hand, it makes it a little bit more challenging to not do anything. Or to do something, rather. At least with like a black mana, I can kill the Mariner. Well, that was unexpected. Gosh, I wish I could. Guess I can start spitting out 3/3s. None of my guys have trample. So I can play the Scorpion. Let's give the Infested Werewolf Death Touch here. Attack with it. Make our 2 dudes. See how they block. They block there, it's fine. I think we'll just do... It's got Death Touch, so... Let's just let that happen. I could have Undying Malice and got it back, but I'm going to leave up Bleed Dry here. I could flip it back to Day. They're werewolf colors, so this probably makes more sense. Kind of wanted to see where they put their counter, though. I guess any way you slice it, I'm doing it on the Raider. Let's just do it here. All right. Oh, I'm getting that one. Cool. We'll see you for the next one. All right. Well, we have a keep. Disciple into Mariner. Hopefully we can cast Caretaker at some point this game. I feel good about doing the Fell Stinger here, so. Sure. At least they don't get any persist. Let's do the Mariner here. Into Infestation Expert. Now they can't block either. It's pretty good. It's pretty big. So stupid. Number 48 in Mythic. Concession on that. It's just so stupid. The Mythics and Rares in the set. So poorly conceived and designed. It's astonishing. Did they do any play testing at all? How about it comes in, gives everything hexproof, and then pumps your whole team? What do you guys think? Sounds good. Print it. Sounds great. Look at that. Does that look remotely fair? Just so ridiculous. All right, we'll see you for the next one. We got a good keep here. Dissenter into Spore Crawler. Into Bleed Dry. It's pretty good. All right. It's not Sigarda's Imprisonment, so that's good. Let's do the statue. Feels like a good one to start working towards right now. Plus you get extra mana. What could go wrong? So next turn with 5 mana we can, I guess, just do Hive Heart Shaman anyway, but get to put a counter on the statue, unless they kill it. Ooh, Gifted Fangs. That's a good one. I don't know if I want to use it yet, though. Let's just do the Shaman and pass. I could use the Gifted Fangs and kill a Traveling Minister, but almost feel like it might be better used later. I mean, they get to gain life off Traveling Minister, but not 100% sure I care about that. I will block the Fleeting Spirit here with the Doom Dissenter. I can't use the Gifted Fangs on the Fleeting Spirit. I mean, I can, but it just trades the worst card in their hand for it. So it's really not that good of a trade. But I will trade half of a Doom Dissenter for 3 cards in their graveyard. Not thrilled about it, but it's what we're doing. All right. So we have 6 mana. You can do the Spore Crawler plus the Ripsaw. I'm okay with this. Nobody expects the Groom's Finery. All right. So, have to wait until my end step to flip it, but that's fine. So we can kill one of the Traveling Ministers if I want. Let's see. I want to play the Expert this turn, too. With the land, how much mana do I have? It's like 7. So I can't really do everything I want. I can do Bleed Dry plus equip Ripsaw. I guess, I think we kind of want to play this turn. And, I think we can Gift of Fangs the Minister, actually. And the reason that I'm doing this is because I have the Bleed Dry for the Scavenger, so I think it's okay. Sure. I think I'll prevent some damage here. Yeah, that makes sense. Because we can just jump. Infestation Expert is good. Alright, so this is good for us. Kill this little feller. This werewolf's gonna take the game over now. We're just gonna spit out a bunch of insects every turn. Their attacks kind of suck. I forgot to use their Minister, but I'm gonna be sacking a forest, so I'm cool with this. Yeah. All right. I think they're, yeah. All right. Well, we got our 7 wins with this deck, which I wasn't expecting, but, you know, I often get 7 wins with decks that I don't expect to get 7 wins, so that just happens. Lost to the Hullbreaker, Horror, won with the Averbrook. Some dirty cards popped up, basically. But with the sheer quantity in this set, I'm amazed I don't run into it every game, you know? Let's do some pack one, pick ones here. All right, pack one, pick one. I could take the Hopeful Initiate. 1 mana training is pretty good, especially if you have quite a few 2-drops. You can aggro people down, I would think, pretty solidly with this thing. Turn 2 attacking with a 2-3, or I guess it would be turn 3 attacking with a 2-3. Well, it's not as busted, but still, randomly blowing up artifacts and enchantments is actually relevant in this set, and it's a rare, so why not? Otherwise, yeah, mark up Retribution maybe, because you can choose both. That card's pretty sweet too. All right, pack one, pick one here. There's some good options actually. I like the Squire, but it's a 4-drop. Probably Hypnotist or Ridgewolf would be my choice. Both are pretty specific for their archetypes. Getting rid of blockers is pretty strong, but also being unable to block is pretty relevant. And this being a 2-mana 3/2 trample potentially, whereas this, I could almost see Ridgewolf being better, but like I said, they're both kind of specific for their decks. The Hypnotist is an uncommon too. You gotta weigh that, but I mean, All right, Odric Blood Curse is an example of a pretty unimpressive rare, so we're probably looking at another Ridge Wolf, but more likely the Bloodseeker, which is a pretty slick card. Get a couple blood tokens, and all of a sudden you can drain your opponent out and just make a million blood tokens and get a 3/3. It's a pretty cool card. So I'd take the Bloodseeker there. All right, here, just take the Bloodcaster. Pretty slick rare as well. Good, efficient, flying beater. Okay, could take the Wolf Rider here. Could also just take the Circle of Confinement, the removal, which I think I like more than Retribution too. Deals with less things, but can be a little more proactive at a lower cost. But Wolf Rider is pretty good. I mean, the value you can get off of this is not to be understated. They're overstated? Understated. Overstated. Don't overstate. I can't overstate how much the value on this can be pretty awesome in the mid to late game. It's a 1 mana minutes creature. I'd probably take the Wolf Rider over the removal. Spitting out 3/2 wolves is pretty good. Howling Moon, you know, I want to give this card a chance. I don't know what to think about it. I'd give it a chance. It's a weird card. It's oddly specific, but I do like that you can play like a fully fledged werewolf deck and keep it night pretty effectively, because your opponent's really not going to want to cast 2 spells and let you create a wolf. So, kind of like Howling Moon, more than I initially gave it credit for, but otherwise, yeah, Desperate Farmer, Spore Crawler are good. Gifted Fangs is some removal, and Innocent Traveler is good too, but I would try out the Howling Moon, see what I think of it. Weird card, for sure. Alright, Dreadfuse Demon is one of the many rares that's dirty and poorly designed. So we would take that. Here, I would take... Maybe the Soul Cipher board, give it a chance. I haven't played with it much. The Bat's pretty slick, though. You get an evasive creature that possibly grave digs. That might be it. Waltzer, I have yet to see played once. It's a weird card, too. It's a powerful effect, actually, but... yeah, it is. Cool card. But it's gold, and I really haven't seen much of red-white at all. I'd probably take the Courier Bat. Gravedigger Bat is pretty slick. Alright, here, probably the Alluring Suitor. After playing this a few times, you see how strong it actually is. So, I like Sawblade Singer too. You can get good value out of that. Alright, do we take another Hopeful Initiate? Probably take the Whispering Wizard, even though it's a 4-drop. I really like this card. You get a lot of potential value out of this, and it can take games over. So getting evasive creatures that you can get, you know, even if they're once per turn, it's pretty awesome. All right, Dying to Serve is a fun build around. So if I do see it, I'd like to build around it. With the blood tokens, get as many as you can. And finally, yeah, you know what? I didn't play around Sigarda's. I didn't play with Sigarda Summons the first time, but I would play with it. I'd give it a chance for the Train deck. It's a cool 6 mana. Suddenly all my guys with counters can win the game. It's pretty cool. I'd give it a chance. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.